Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about how our animals need to be able to predict our behavior. So as guardians, as caretakers, we are a huge part of their life, and we make up a large percentage of whether they feel safe, whether they don't feel safe. We control that environment often for them, and that indicates whether they feel safe or not. So when they can predict our behavior and predict our responses to things, that really helps that sense of safety. So of course, we are human and we don't always have the capacity to respond in very calm, grounded ways. It is not about being perfect, but it is about finding ways to create predictability even when things become unpredictable. So an example of this is that when I am tired, I am less patient with my three, and that is just a response to my body's inability to cope. I'm just needing sleep, I'm just needing rest. And so when I feel overwhelmed, it's very easy to be a little less patient, to sometimes go, like I can't handle this, because it really is about, if we're looking to be authentic in our guardianship with our animals, we do need to be honest about those times when we are not perfect. And again, I'm not saying that we are aspiring to be that, but there's a couple of things that we can do. So when our behavior is not predictable or it suddenly changes, there are ways that we can reconnect with them and reestablish your relationship with your animals. So for me, personally, one of the things that I try to be consistent, if I'm suddenly, my patience is worn thin and it no longer exists, and maybe I've responded in a way that has not been the way I want to respond, what I try to do really quickly is say, I'm sorry, let's have a connect, let's touch, let's, use the tactile way of communicating to say, hey, it's okay. So a lot of the time I will go, hey, I'm really sorry, but I need my own time. So my dogs will come to me at that point and I'm able to give them a pat, give them a massage. It also helps me realign with where I want to be. But then at the same time, I'm also going to be looking at meeting my own needs. So when our behavior isn't predictable, when we do have those moments of frustration, when we do have those moments of maybe even anger, because let's be honest, anger is part of the human experience. It's also part of animals' experience as well. When we have those moments, that often comes from a place of unpredictability. The dog just goes, oh, what's going on? Why have you reacted this way? Sometimes people can think that the dog knows where it's come from, but remember that they don't speak our human language. So a lot of the time, our explosive unpredictability comes out of nowhere and can be quite unsettling for our animals. So the first thing that I recommend is just acknowledge where you are in your body. Be honest about that. Be honest about what your needs are. Often my needs are that I just need quiet time and I need to focus on just rest, without having too much of that focus split across the animals that are in my care. And so when you do acknowledge that, just find ways to reconnect quickly so that we can repair any relationship damage that might have happened from that explosive unpredictability or that sudden change in energy or tone of voice. Animals are very sensitive to that. So by re-establishing quickly your connection, and then go and do what you need to do. Remember to look after yourself, because you are doing such a great job, such an important job looking after the animals in your care. And part of that self-care is looking after yourself. So yes, that is my thoughts today while I drink my chai. And let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you also find that it is sometimes difficult to be level and completely predictable because life ebbs and flows. Would love to hear your experience and maybe how you cope with that and how you reconnect with your animals.